freshman Adrian Rohr went career with 18 kills against UC Irvine in a record-breaking semifinal victory for head coach Charlie Wade, now the winningest head coach in program history. Meanwhile, top-ranked Long Beach State swept past UC San Diego in Friday's other semi as freshman setter Moni Nikolov fired off 4 aces, setting the Big West single-season record. So the stage is now set, a blockbuster battle for the Big West title between the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors and the beach of Long Beach State. It's the Hawaiian Islands presents the 2025 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. Kanoa Leahy along with Chris McLaughlin. C-Mac, take us through the Happy Warrior Kava keys to the match.
Well, for Long Beach State, it's a high school reunion. Moni Nikolov and Alex Kondev have played lots of volleyball together since their high school and national team days. This Batman and Robin duo are a force, to be sure. And for Hawaii, they need more Louis O. Last night, Louis Sakanoko filled up the stat sheet except for one category, the kills. He'll need lots of those tonight to beat this big, strong Long Beach State team.
So here we go, round 3 between these two heavyweights. They split the regular season meetings with Long Beach State taking down Hawaii in 4 sets on night 1 in this building, April 11th. The Rainbow Warriors took it in 5 on night 2. Finn Kearney gets the first swing of the match, and he goes off the block and out for kill number 1 and point number 1.
And he will be one of the keys tonight. See if he can duplicate his performance last time he played Long Beach State when he got 17 kills.
Yeah, filling in for Christian Tatrisky, who got injured the previous week, did not play in that series against the beach, still out of the lineup for Hawaii. Moni Nikolov goes quick middle set to Darius McCraven. Bit of a homecoming for him out of Moanalua High School here in Honolulu, 6'5" senior, able to put the beach on the board. Let's take a look at the nonstop travel starting lineups. They will be scrolling at the bottom of your screen. And it will be Moni Nikolov to serve. 4 aces last night in the win over UC San Diego. Here's the backside set. Adrian Rohr through the block and down. And we can say this right off the bat objectively, C-Mac. It is maximum volume already here in this building.
Absolutely. How about that pass from Louis Sakanoko? That was a bullet from Nikolov, and Louis just passed it up perfectly.
Meanwhile, Adrian Rohr goes long with the serve. Rohr put on the cape last night for Hawaii in its win over UC Irvine with a career-high 18 kills, hit .441 with a pair of aces and 3 blocks. Skylar Varga on the serve, got slowed down by the net. Middle set, Kurt Mooster. And right now they're just trading blows here to get this championship match started.
Mooster normally goes right at the setter and hits the 1 or the quick set. That time he hit the 31, which is a kind of a gap between the middle blocker and the outside blocker, and worked to perfection as usual. Kurt, only one mistake in how long, Kanoa?
Yeah, it was since the first Long Beach State match in that series. He had not committed an error until late in the match last night. McCraven hanging and banging. And so here we go, tit for tat, 3 serving 3.
Pretty typical that the setters here would like to get the middles established early on to keep those middle blockers kind of playing a little more honestly.
Serve goes into the twine there for McCraven. Yeah, 2 big physical setters with Moni Nikolov on the beach side, Tread Rosenthal on the Hawaii side. A bit of a new wave, perhaps, of collegiate setters here on the floor. Nikolov going outside to Alex Kondev. His 2-hand push dink is dug up. Good diving save there by Rohr. Beach on the attack, back row, and Varga got slowed down by the block. Here's Kearney from the opposite pin, dug up over the net by Nikolov, but it'll be a net violation against Long Beach State.
That was a great rally, some good digs going on, great set. That time, go ahead.
Look at Charlie Wade, excuse me, C-Mac, 317 career wins, became the winningest head coach in Hawaii history last night. Oh, and Justin Todd got as think a little bit mixed up as to what he wanted to do, a little indecision, but it didn't hurt him as that swing goes long, and Hawaii has scored 3 in a row. There is Alan Knight, a 3-time AVCA Coach of the Year, 447 career wins. Both of these head coaches have coached their teams to a pair of national championships.
Yeah, no question about the quality of coaching on both sides of the net. The only problem is I think Long Beach State has one injured player. Andy Reid couldn't make the trip. So we wish him his best.
Yeah, we definitely do. One of our favorite volleyball personalities to chat with. Here's Louis Sakanoko. That one dug up over the net. So Hawaii on the attack here. Rosenthal back to Sakanoko, and the door was shut. It was slammed closed by Ben Braun and Moni Nikolov.
6'9" and 6'11". That's a pretty big block. That's as big as they get in the country. And Louis was facing a dropping into the seam. Moni Nikolov.
Nato Dickinson on the serve for the Beach. Back row attack. It's Adrian Rohr. And he's getting back to business. He has 2 kills on 2 swings.
How about his performance last night hitting out of the back row in that last set against UC Irvine? I think he had 8 kills in that 4th and final set.
So 7 serving 5 here in set number 1. Back row, and Varga is stuffed. Justin Todd doing the honors. The redshirt freshman from Houston, Texas, had 6 kills, hit for .556 and a handful of blocks last night against Irvine.
Yeah, he did a great job, and Hawaii's got to be careful because Moni Nikolov is in the front row now. He likes to be offensive as a setter. We'll see.
Good serve by Sakanoko. Great pass by Varga, and Dickinson just crushes that one. Nato Dickinson, who has been playing in place of the injured opposite Daniil Hershtanovich, the 6'9" sophomore, who put in really, really strong performances against Hawaii in that series during the regular season. But Dickinson has filled the bill admirably. And Kondev goes into the twine.
Remember how Dickinson started last night in the match? I think he started out 5 for 5, and then he missed his next 5. So we'll see which NATO is going to show up tonight.
So Justin Todd now back to serve. 15 service aces on the year. How about that pass by the freshman libero Kellen Larson, and then Dickinson has to knuckle it over, so Hawaii plays it back. Kearney from behind the line. Good save there along the back line by Kondev. Here is Dickinson, and that was a beauty of a line shot. Dickinson, who came out like gangbusters in the opening set against UC San Diego last night, doing the same here right now for the Beach.
A great set that time from Moni Nikolov as well. Juke the middle blocker, giving one-on-one for NATO.
Rosenthal middle, that's Neusterer, blocked back. So Eleu Choi goes to Rohr. 3 blockers waiting for him there. Rosenthal will get a swing.
I'm surprised Long Beach State didn't put up a block there. You know why they didn't, I think? Because Tread has faked that hit so many times. They said, oh, we're not going to go up with him. They'll probably set it to somebody else. Not that time.
And it was poor Nato Dickinson there just having to defend himself. 10 serving 7 into the twine it goes. So you have the top seed, Long Beach State, the 2 seed in this tournament, Hawaii. At least according to the seeding, it went chalk here through the bracket. And here we are with this monster blockbuster of a championship matchup. Nikolov the serve. It's a good one, but what an up there by Choi. Kearney from the left side. And Larson may have played an out ball, was a little indecisive there. It's a kill for Finn Kearney.
I think that Larson thought that maybe the block touched it, so he was going to go ahead and play it. Finn Kearney's got some heat going on in that left arm of his tonight, doesn't he?
Adrian Rohr curls it over the net. Here's Dickinson, 3 blockers up, and it doesn't matter. He lights it aflame. Dickinson, the 6'7" redshirt senior outside from Corona Del Mar, California. Playing Oppo here in place, as mentioned, of Hershtanovich. Had 8 kills, did hit negative. He started to commit a whole bunch of errors after that first set last night against the Tritons. But in his 5th year with the program, and Alan Knight trusts him every time. Against the grain, set goes to Kearney, and that one gets returned right back into his chin. It was McCraven getting most of that one. Darius McCraven, who has steadily elevated his game. In fact, this year was named for the first time in his career All Big West Conference.
And deservingly so. He had a terrific year.
Varga, that's an ace, and that was a heater. And we are tied at 11.
Varga had 3 aces on one of the nights they played Hawaii earlier on. He had more aces than Moni Nikolov did for the weekend.
And that's 3 straight points for the Beach. Skyler Varga, 6'7" redshirt junior from Munster, Saskatchewan. Middle set, and Nooster, did he get it down? Yes, he did. Kurt Nooster has been pummeling the ball here in the last few weeks, and now he retreats back to serve.
Look at that kill percentage, 459. That's huge.
Has also been known to do some damage from the service line from time to time. 6'9", redshirt junior from Indianapolis, although he did participate in senior night last week for Hawaii. And there'll be a little bit of that emotion as well on the Rainbow Warrior side, because while they did the symbolic aloha in front of these fans on senior night, this is truly going to be the last match for these seniors in this building. Here's Georgi Bainev, 6'4" sophomore from Varna, Bulgaria, one of 4 Bulgarians on this Beach roster. Rosenthal high and away. Sakanoko, a smoke show.
Oh, where did that come from? That was a big time swing. One of my keys to the game tonight is more kills from Louis. Let's see if he can deliver. If he can keep doing this, he will deliver.
6'5" sophomore swinger from Paris, France. 13 serving 12. Kondev the first touch. Backside it goes to Dickinson. And Dickinson wins the wrestling match there above the net.
Yeah, it was more than a joust. It was a wrestling. They got entangled. Amazing how athletic they are. Neither one of them got tangled up in the net at all.
Dickinson off to a heck of a start here. 4 kills on 5 swings. Good pass there by Sakanoko. Middle set, Todd. And he deposits it.
Long Beach State had him scouted perfectly. 3 blockers up on that, and he still found a way to get the ball down.
Well, these two teams looking championship ready here this evening so far. Hawaii hitting 500, Long Beach State hitting 364. The Beach hitting 399 as a team on the year, leading the nation in that department. And Rosenthal had an open court, but he couldn't get it over the net.
I think one of the things that Rosenthal can work on in the offseason, hitting it left-handed. Even if it's not with power, sometimes you go up and hit that ball left-handed. It's faster than a dink, faster than a push dink. Just puts a little more velocity on it. He could have done it right there, I think, and dropped the ball into the middle of the court and scored.
And at 6'11", he's already above the tape in most situations. D set, here's Kearney. Pops it straight to the middle of the floor, and Hawaii gets the 15 first. Oh, it is neck and neck here in round 1 of this championship tussle. And we will find the numbers presented by Hawaii Nissan dealers. 0.94, that is the service aces per set average this season for Moni Nikolov. The NCAA record, 0.87 previously put in by Elir Heno of UC Irvine in 2023. That was the year that Heno had 87 aces, a Big West Conference record that was broken last night by Moni Nikolov with his 4 aces, giving him 90 for the year. So he sets a new Big West single season mark, and he is closing in on the NCAA all eras mark of 100. He is currently 10 away from that.
We were treated in this tournament to 2 of the best servers we've ever seen in the NCAA. Elir Heno and Moni Nikolov. Amazing players.
Here's Kai Taylor, the serving sub for Hawaii. pass there by Larson is a dime, and then Dickinson unloads once again. We're tied at 15. Yeah, getting back to Moni Nikolov, that was one of the more remarkable storylines of the regular season series between these two teams. Those are the only two matches all year where Moni Nikolov did not record an ace.
Well, that's a long time to go. Let's see, they've had 29 matches this year. Only 2 of them he didn't get an ace. That's crazy.
Sebastiano Sani, 6'8" sophomore from Bethesda, Maryland, in the serve, and he serves it just long. How big is the serving game here tonight, C-Mac?
Well, it's going to be huge. The last time that they played, there was a slew of serve outs. They were just trying too hard. I think both coaches have instructed their players tonight to keep more of their serves in. Alan Knipe actually said the first thing he worked on when he went back to Long Beach after the Hawaii loss over here was emphasis on serving more in.
Rosenthal gets it in. That's a great pass by Varga. Gets the set on the outside, and he goes hard angle cross court. Skylar Vargas started that sequence, and he ended it with an exclamation mark.
He's going to thank Darius McCraven for going up and taking a block. Watch Darius McCraven take one blocker with him, giving Varga a one-on-one.
And so here he is again, Moni Nikolov. Crowd trying to get in his ear. Pass by Sakanoko. Rosenthal to Nusser.
How did Sakanoko get that up right on the net where Tread Rosenthal, look at that, falling backwards, sideways, twisting. What an athlete.
17 serving 16. Adrian Rohr with the serve. Nikolov has to traverse a long way, then goes against the grain to Varga. Scrapes it off the block. Here's Sakanoko. The block slowed him down, so the Beach will play it back. Outside, that is Dickinson. And how about the up by Rohr along the back line? Back bump set, Rosenthal to Sakanoko. And Long Beach on the attack. Varga. And Hawaii now with a chance. From the back row, it's Rohr on touch 2. Now Dickinson off the bump set there by Larson finishes a lengthy rally.
Dickinson on fire right now. 6 kills in the first set. He averages like, what, 1.5 or 2 on the year? If that. There it is, 2.4 in the Big West Conference matches.
Yeah, 1.4 over the course of the entire season.
And tonight he's got 6. Wow.
Here's Nusser. And that breaks what was the 10th tie of this opening set. I mean, these two Titans looking very evenly matched here at the moment, C-Mac.
Well, what is it with Nusser and his efficiency at those quick middle attacks? I think he's just up faster, and he's got a really quick arm swing.
Now Kainoa Wade, the son of head coach Charlie Wade, with the serve. Nikolov goes to McCraven, and he goes right down Kalakaua Avenue.
Boy, that set is a thing of beauty. Moni Nikolov can set McCraven from like the 11-foot line if he feels like it. And McCraven will be ready, willing, and able.
Pass by Rohr is a good one. Outside, Sakanoko, the block was late, and he made the Beach pay.
Once again, with a good pass, Hawaii's able to run some kind of an offense that will give a split block to the attacker. Just what's happened that time, and Louis was very happy about the split block.
19 serving 18, Kearney. Pass by Varga, tight to the net. One-hand back set Nikolov, and it was destroyed by Dickinson. Wow.
We need to continue to remind ourselves, Kanoa, that we're watching the Bulgarian national team setter right here. He played with them in the VNL last summer, which is like playing in the Olympics. And he's a special athlete.
That was a special play right there. We are tied. Sakanoko going to take on the set. Goes to Kearney. And that goes off of the platform of Dickinson. Hits the Jumbotron above. And because it went to the other side of the net, that is out of play. And Hawaii gets the point. Oh, Finn Kearney had to hover for a little bit before that swing.
Well, he's actually got some hang time.
He does. Saw his numbers against Irvine last night. Sakanoko. And the Beach out of system. Nikolov bump set. Kondev from off the net. Over 3 blocks. Here's Kearney. Down the line. Too hot to handle for Larson. And Hawaii up a pair.
Watch for Alan Knight's going to call timeout and slow down this Hawaii team that's on fire right now. Especially that young man right there from Phoenix, Arizona. Finn Kearney.
That sign was on fire. Fantastic slams. Timeout Beach. Welcome back. So here is the bracket. These are how these teams got to this point. Long Beach State, the top seed. Hawaii, the 2 seed. They finished 1-2 in the conference standings. Everything went chalk in the first round. And Long Beach sweeping UC San Diego last night. Hawaii taking down UC Irvine in 4 was the 3rd time that the Rainbow Warriors have defeated the Anteaters this season. And now up by 2 in set 1 in this championship affair. Nikolov, tough set there to Kondev. It'll stay on the Beach side. Back to Kondev, blocked and roofed. Trevor Rosenthal was up on that one.
We saw some great defense there with that block, but how about the offenses here? Hitting 500 for Hawaii and 429 for Long Beach State. Siding out Long Beach State at 80%. Hawaii at 85%. Those are like really, really lofty numbers.
Second block of this set for Hawaii. Sakanoko. That one tickled off the tape. Here's Kondev down the line and in. That was nasty. Alex Kondev. Averaged over 3.4 kills per set in the series against Hawaii and hit 440 in the opening night victory for Long Beach State. He has seen his role increase due to the injury to Sotiris Chapanis. And Kearney tools the block. Finn Kearney up to 7 kills on 9 swings.
And he averages, what, I mean, like 2.5 kills per set, maybe 3? He's having a career in 1 set.
And Kearney, who has seen his role increase due to the injury to Christian Tatriski. But, of course, a lot of experience at the junior national team level and in international play at that opposite position, looking very cozy. Comes up with the save there. It's Neusterer on the bump set. A little too much juice on that one. Now Nikolov goes out to Varga. The tip shot sniffed out. Rosenthal gets blocked. Now Rosenthal sets up Rohr. Over the block and down. A little beach shot there for Adrian Rohr. And it is aloha ball for the Rainbow Warriors in the first.
That was a clever shot by Adrian Rohr.
Timeout, Long Beach State. Set point when we come back. Welcome back. Don't miss a second of the action. Watch Spectrum Sports on the go. The Spectrum News app has the local sports you love and the news and weather that matter most to you. Download today on your favorite devices. Well, there's the hardware. That's what these two teams are playing for here this evening. The championship trophy and, of course, the MVP award, which will also be given out at the conclusion of tonight's festivities.
And there are rings involved as well. How about that?
Well, this crowd is on its feet. Set point here out of the timeout for Hawaii. Nikolov flips it. And Dickinson had an empty net. It was hitting lines on that D set. And so it remains aloha ball here in the first. And the Hawaii fans, as you would imagine, vastly outnumbering the Long Beach State section, still standing.
Hawaii with 4 set points. We're down to 3 set points now.
Rohr blocked. The cover by Sakanoko. Rohr the second touch. Neusterer 2 hands it over. Advantage Beach. D-set. Dickinson hits it out. Hawaii gets the point, and Hawaii gets set 1. The team playing on its home floor makes the first statement in the championship match. Welcome back. So Hawaii takes set one, 25-21. It is a raucous atmosphere, as you would expect here, for another edition of the Hawaiian Islands presents the 2025 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. Final night of the event, and we are pleased to be joined now here courtside by Commissioner of the Big West Conference, Dan Butterly. How you doing?
It's absolutely fantastic. Nearly sold out arena here. Best place in the country to be tonight is here in Hawaii for the Big West Men's Volleyball Championship.
Second straight year that the event has been held here, the fifth time overall in the history of the event, which started in 2018. Why has that seemingly been such a good relationship here, this Big West Championship event and this venue? You know,
it really comes down to the Hawaii Tourism Authority sponsoring the Big West and really that sponsor bringing this championship here. I don't think the Big West Championship, Men's Volleyball Championship, would be here this year if it wasn't for HTA. And then obviously we've got great partnerships with Outrigger, Hawaiian Airlines, and great partnership with Spectrum Hawaii as well.
The Big West Conference has become a juggernaut in the sport of men's volleyball here since the inception in 2018.
Yep.
The SEC of men's volleyball, as some people have referred to it. What is the value of men's volleyball as it pertains to the grand picture of Big West sports?
Well, for me as a commissioner, we're now up to 21 sports, 21 championships. So we're in a position that I put men's volleyball at the very top in the Big West, and all of our sports need to aspire to get to where men's volleyball is. One of the challenges, obviously, men's volleyball doesn't have the participation nationally that a basketball does, but we have to aspire to do what we're doing in men's volleyball in all sports.
Well, this must be a very stress-free time for you in college athletics, because everything is very stable. There's not a lot of movement, not a lot of change. Obviously, that is reeking of sarcasm. What has it been like here as the commissioner of the Big West, navigating through what is a constantly changing and shifting college sports landscape?
Yeah, when I came on board 5 years ago, I worked for two great commissioners previously, Doug Elgin at the Missouri Valley and Craig Thompson at the Mountain West, and they always focus on competitive equity, competitive improvement, officiating, sportsmanship, those type of issues. That was 100% of their time, revenue generation. Now that's probably 10% of my time with all the things that are going on nationally, in NIL and all the legislation we're dealing with, the committees I'm serving on, but obviously Western Realignment's a big part of this as well.
This is Nato Dickinson with the tip shot. That falls. He's up to 9 kills now here. Now, what has also been changing is the amount of postseason tournaments within the conference. We have seen that branch out. Baseball, softball, among the sports that are going to be holding postseason tournaments for the first time. How has that development gone, and what do you think that does for the conference overall?
Well, my number one mission when I came on board as commissioner, I really wanted to provide an outstanding student-athlete experience in the Big West. And what I saw was we had 18 sports but only 15 championships. So there's a lot of student-athletes that didn't have a postseason experience. Now we're up to 21 sports, 21 championships. This weekend alone, we're running 6 conference championships this weekend.
Nikolov goes along with the serve. Yeah, so it sounds like you're busy, because I'd imagine you got to be bouncing around between a lot of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously men's volleyball being our premier sport, I wanted to be here, particularly with all the great partnerships we have here in Hawaii. I joke, people have said, are you taking some vacation time while you're here? And I said, well, if you include sitting in the hotel room for 48 straight hours in conference meetings or NCAA meetings, that type of stuff, I've joked it feels somewhat like Alcatraz. You could see San Francisco, but you couldn't visit it. Well, I'm looking out at the water, I'm looking out at the ocean, and I can't get out of the room.
I notice you have a well-chosen attire tonight. Why purple?
Well, it's obviously neutral colors. I can't wear black and gray, gold, that type of stuff. I brought green, I brought black, I brought blue. I wore the purple and red tonight just to be as neutral as I possibly can, Chris.
Tell us about your itinerary to get to the NCAA championships this year in Columbus, Ohio.
So obviously, Kanoa talked about it. We've added a women's softball championship this year. So I will be at Cal State Fullerton to be at our softball championship. I'll give out the trophy that Saturday. I will catch a red eye from the softball championship to Newark, and then Newark to New Jersey to Columbus to be at the national championship for men's volleyball when the Big West wins a national championship both Sunday and Monday night.
That is the hope, of course, from the vantage point of this Big West representation that will be in Columbus. Now the only question is, and what has been a season-long conversation, will it be 2 Big West teams in the NCAA tournament representing the league, or will it be 3? UCLA loses in the semis of the MPSF tournament. Pepperdine takes down USC in the championship of that event tonight. What do you see as far as the impact of those on the Big West possibly getting a second at-large team?
Well, I firmly believe right now the NCAA Men's Volleyball Selection Committee is watching this tremendous broadcast on Spectrum Hawaii and ESPN Plus on the mainland. I firmly believe the Big West is a 3-bid conference in men's volleyball. UC Irvine, Hawaii, and Long Beach State have been top 5 teams all season long, and all 3 deserve to be in the NCAA Men's Volleyball Championship. The Big West, hands down, is the best men's volleyball conference in the country, and we deserve 3 teams in the championship.
All right, so the review taking place here, challenge on the in-out call. We are here on the campus of the University of Hawaii, so there has been some conference shifting that has involved Hawaii, moving the majority of its sports in a couple of years to the Mountain West Conference, but remaining in the Big West. Men's volleyball, women's water polo, beach volleyball, men's swimming, and diving. How did that decision come to fruition, and what does that mean for the Big West from your vantage point, the value of Hawaii still being at least within those sports a member?
Absolutely. It's important for us to maintain a great relationship with the University of Hawaii. Western realignment is occurring because of football reasons. We're hopeful that once it all shakes out, you never know what the future could bring. Hawaii could come back. We're going to keep a very positive relationship with the University of Hawaii. I'm excited to keep men's volleyball and the other 3 sports in the conference. We'll see what happens in the future, but obviously the University of Hawaii had to make a decision that was best for them, but we believe the Big West is the best conference in the West.
All right, well, the challenge goes the way of Hawaii there, but now a point for Long Beach State, courtesy Alex Kondev. Before we let you go, open the floor for you. Anything else that you'd like to add here before we let you go? Enjoy the match once again.
Yeah, that's the challenge. There's so much stuff going on in the arena tonight, so much fun and so much electricity. You want to be a part of it. You just want to absorb everything that's going on. But no, I want to thank the people of Hawaii. The Big West loves coming here, loves being a part of the culture here. Bringing the men's volleyball championship is so important to us. Being here, this near sold-out capacity, and the partnership with Spectrum Hawaii. You guys do a first-class job all season long, but particularly for Big West Championships. We're so excited about this partnership and hope that Hawaii continues to support Big West athletics.
Well, it is always a privilege, always an honor to have you on the broadcast, sir, and thank you for stopping by.
Thanks, Kanoa. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the way.
Commissioner of the Big West Conference, Dan Butterly. We thank him for his time as Moni Nikolov trying to take a swing, and he hits it out, and this crowd is revving at the top level. And we're now seeing a substitution here for Long Beach State, as Isaiah Pruitt, freshman from Happy Valley, Oregon, has entered into the match. These are 2 head coaches, CMAC, who are in no way ever hesitant to make changes mid-set or mid-match. As that one goes down, the little 2-handed push dink by Alex Kondev. But what do you think about the move being made here at this juncture of the match by Alan Knight?
Very interesting. Alan Knight is not the kind of a guy who has a short leash on his players. He's pretty patient with them. I think that what he's doing is probably giving Pruitt a chance to have some championship atmosphere experience, because it may come in handy next week, or in a couple weeks, at Columbus, Ohio.
Pruitt, who has just 14 sets of experience under his belt prior to tonight, on the floor in a high leverage situation. Justin Todd getting to a high level there on that swing, and Hawaii playing at a high level tonight, up 3 in the second.
They've really got some, I think, major adrenaline rush going on right now, Kanoa. They're so happy to see another big crowd like they had last time they played this Long Beach team.
Nikolov going D-set, and that is crushed by Dickinson. Nato Dickinson has been the go-to guy here so far for Long Beach State. Not sure how many people would have necessarily predicted that. But he, at any given time, is a guy Alan Knight has entrusted in carrying a load. He's got 10 kills to lead everybody on the floor. Meanwhile, Kondev serves it into the twine. Now, Long Beach State has only lost 2 matches this year. They lost once at home against UC Irvine. That was in a match where Long Beach committed 22 errors. And then they lost against Hawaii night 2 of that series here in this building. That was in a 5-setter that could have gone either way. But it seems as though when Long Beach is serving at a higher efficiency, they are almost impossible to stop. It is when they are a little looser from the service line that opposing teams at least have opportunities.
Exactly. And right now we're seeing an offensive show by Hawaii right now. They're hitting 500 for the match, 500 in this set. Long Beach State only hitting 091. That's 300 points below their normal stat.
Meanwhile, Hawaii serving tough. That one pushed over the net. Rosenthal the swing. What a save by Kondev. Joust above the tape, and it was Moni Nikolov. What was a back-and-forth shoving match had the last shove of the sequence and gets the point.
That's usually who wins those jousts, the one who gets the last push. There's Moni goes up, pushed, he pushed again. He had a double push going on there, double pump.
Serve there by Pruitt, and it's going to be a foot fault. And the crowd was all over it.
And that was on a jump flow. The crowd thinks they caused it, by the way.
I think the crowd feels like if they didn't cause it, they called it because they erupted upon that serve. You could barely hear the whistle. 10 serving 6 in set 2.
You know, we have headsets on, but you know, I can hear this crowd. Normally we don't hear the crowd. It's muffled.
Yeah, it is really loud in this building here tonight. Dickinson quiets the crowd, at least momentarily. This guy has been on one. Make that Skylar Varga, I should say, with that kill. He quiets the crowd, and he's trying to get back into positive figures.
Varga's got international experience playing for the Canadian national team, so he's not going to be in negative figures when this night is over, I'll tell you that.
Nikolov again to serve. The crowd ramps up the volume every time he's behind the line, and Sakonoko puts it up in the air again. Here's Rohr, 3 blockers against him, and it does not matter.
Adrian Rohr just taking quality shot after quality shot. He's French, you're toast. The signs come out, and Adrian delivers.
Yeah, last night we had one of the Irvine fans. They had a similar sign in support of Elir Heno, also from France, and it said, "He's French, you're fried."
That's right.
Nikolov going back row, and Kondev explodes on it. And a couple of Rainbow Warriors sent to their wallets.
When McCraven just draws such a crowd, give him half the kill right there because he made that happen. Took a blocker with him.
Some extra moments being taken to wipe perspiration off of the floor, and guess who's holding the towel? It is Louis Sakonoko.
He's back. He's back. The towel man.
That's right, moonlighting once again as both a player on the floor and a floor wiper here this evening.
And so many times Louis Sakonoko gets knocked over by Moni Nikolov's serve tonight.
8 serving 11. Here's Varga. And that's an ace. And for Skylar Varga, that's ace number 2. This is a Long Beach State team that leads the nation in aces per set. Came into this tournament with an opportunity to set the single season program record. Backside, it's Rohr, and that hit the pin. Well, they're giving the point to Hawaii, but I think it may have hit the pin before it hit the block. And so now There's going to be a discussion between the head referee, the R1 Sergio Gonzalez, and one of the line judges. Tony Chan is the R2 across the way on the floor. Sid Church is the R3 who will be conducting the reviews. And it looks like it's Kondev's left hand that actually touched the pin. So we stand corrected. It looked like, at least from our angle, that the ball may have hit the antenna. But good eyes there by the line judges, and the benefit of having 4 line judges, huh?
Got to give her a lot of credit there.
Nikolov goes backside. Here's Dickinson. And as mentioned, he is on a bender tonight. 11 kills on 15 swings. Just 1 hitting error.
He's stepping into some big shoes, taking the place of Daniel Hrstinovich. Shapan is also out. So 2 big bangers for Long Beach State out of action here. And they still bring the heat.
Here's Dane Hillis, redshirt junior from San Clemente, in to serve. Had a service ace last night against the Tritons. Here's Nooster in the middle, blocked and roofed. So Nooster commits a hitting error, proving his humanity. And Pruitt, one of the guys in on that one.
That's about, you know, Nooster just does not make many mistakes. Mr. Steady. We'll see if he completes it with a kill.
Adrian Rohr caught it in the sweet spot right there. He's up to 6 kills, yet to commit an error. Adrian Rohr, the 6'5" freshman from Lyon, France, stormed onto the scene. Was the Big West Conference Freshman and Offensive Player of the Week in week 1 of the season. This week receiving all Big West Conference and all freshman team acknowledgement. High ball bump said this is Kondev. 3 blockers waiting for him. He scrapes the fingertips. Rosenthal back row to Rohr. He's got some pop going tonight.
He's picking up right where he left off last night, where he had 8 kills, 1 error against UC Irvine, and literally took the team on his shoulders to victory last night. Shaking his head like, I can't believe what I'm doing. I'm having the match of my life again. Back to back.
He's hitting .636. Hawaii hitting .500 here for the match. That matches what they have produced here in efficiency in this set. Meanwhile, on the other side, Long Beach, remember, they averaged .399 as a squad. So when they're hitting .312 as they are right now in this set, that's actually a dip for them.
It is.
14 serving 11. It's Kurt Noosterer. Pass there by Varga. Backside, Dickinson. And this guy cannot be stopped right now. Nato Dickinson is in his bag. 12 kills in his 5th year with the program out of Corona Del Mar High School.
He's not showing the drop-off that he had last night, where he started hot, 5 kills, and then he had like 5 errors. He's just keeping it rolling.
Middle set. Todd lays the smack down. And Hawaii gets to 15 first in the second. Timeout on the floor. And this crowd is drinking it in. Welcome back. Let's check out tonight's Hyundai head-to-head stat line. We're looking at 2 of the top hitters in the match. Adrian Rohr for Hawaii, 7 kills, no errors, .636. Nato Dickinson is grooving, 12 kills on 16 swings and a single error. He's hitting .688. We should also throw in that Finn Kearney on the Hawaii side has 7 kills with an error. He's hitting .667. So we are seeing some gaudy percentages from some of these swingers out there.
Yeah, and you know, you look at Adrian Rohr, he's got 4 kills just in this set, as does Nato Dickinson. He's got 4 kills in the set. He had 8 kills in the first set.
It's Hawaii by 3 out of the timeout. Dickinson with a perfect pass, middle set. And Pruitt gets blocked back. Nikolov feigns the attack. The set to Dickinson will be played back, and Todd finishes it.
Oh, they're having some fun, aren't they? You see the smiles between Louis Sakanoko and Justin Todd.
And just moments after the media timeout, Alan Knight decides to signal for his own timeout. It is a 4-point Hawaii advantage in set 2. Welcome back. Volleyball tonight. Baseball coming up next week. Number 3, Oregon State in town to take on the Rainbow Warriors. We'll have that for you on Spectrum Sports with our coverage in the series opener on Friday, beginning at 6 p.m. Hawaii baseball just across the way from where we are right now, getting a 5-4 win over Cal State Bakersfield. Much needed win for Rich Hill and the gang. Meanwhile, Hawaii up 4 out of the timeout. You have the media timeout. Justin Todd Kill, and then Alan Knipe signaling for Long Beach's own timeout. Dickinson, oh, he had to broad jump from behind the line, and he still was able to tool the block.
Well, I'm just so impressed with what he's doing tonight. Amazing.
I mean, he is having a veritable out-of-body experience.
Yeah, 1 error in 18 swings.
Served there by Bynev on 2 knees. The pass by Rohr. D-set to Kearney, and he hits it out. And so Long Beach State within 2. Georgi Bynev on the serve. It's a good one. Forces the overpass. Played back onto the Hawaii side by Rosenthal, but nobody could get it back over between the sticks. And so Long Beach State back to within 1. They have scored now 3 in a row.
You see Long Beach State faithful. There's about, I would say, maybe 30 to 40.
Yeah, they've been felt, though. When Long Beach has put together any highlights, you can hear them. They've been shown on the jumbo screen. They've been rained down with boos when that has happened. But it feels like it's a good-spirited kind of competition going on here at the moment. Long-time rivals, Hawaii and Long Beach State. Bynev, who just recorded his 7th ace of the season, brings it back over. Rohr gets the touch and gets the kill. He's still blemish-free, now up to 8 put-downs.
It took another perfect pass by Aleo Choi to help Rosenthal run that quick offense. And Rohr just loving that back row quick more than ever.
When you talk about a rivalry, Hawaii has not played any other team in men's volleyball more than Long Beach State. Oh, Sakanoko took a little something off, made sure it got in, and now Varga rising high. Oh, he went a couple extra floors up the elevator shaft there.
Varga finally now flatlining it at 0-0-0. 3 kills, 3 errors. That's an unusual number for him, by the way.
Yeah, hits 390 on the year, hit 545 last night against UC San Diego. Here's Pruitt, knuckle float, and Rosenthal with a 2-handed dump.
Once again, Hawaii's passing, giving Rosenthal a chance to either attack it himself or set a quick offense.
And we're going to have a challenge here issued by Alan Knipe. And he's going to challenge that there was a net violation. Did Rosenthal net when he followed through here?
Well, I don't think so. No, not at all. Should be a quick call there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it from this vantage point. That's our net cam. Long Beach State atop the AVCA rankings for 13 straight weeks. It didn't take very long this season for Long Beach State to establish that they were the front runner, and they have been really for the entirety.
And even when they lost, they stayed at number 1. That's how good they are.
All right, here's the verdict. And the call is upheld. So Long Beach State with a pair of challenges remaining. Hawaii hitting 533 here in the second. Beach at 381. And Kai Taylor, the sophomore from Costa Mesa, with the serve. And the net holds it onto the Hawaii side. And now it's Moni time. Nikolov. 9-time national champion in his age group in Bulgaria. Member of the Bulgarian national team. Good friends with Christian Tatriski on the Hawaii side, who is out. And a pass by Rohr. Back row, Sakonoko got the touch. And Hawaii, as valuable as that point is on the scoreboard, maybe even more valuable, yet again holding Moni Nikolov to a single serve on that run.
Yeah, give Adrian Rohr a lot of credit for that pass there.
19 serving 17. Tread Rosenthal, sophomore setter on the Hawaii side. Pass there by Kondev. Nikolov outside. Dickinson just doing Dickinson things right now. He's up to 14 kills.
Imagine what the battles in the gym were like when Dickinson was up to trying to find a spot to get on the starting squad. Instead, he's on the B side all year.
He's already 2 kills off of his career high. Here's Rohr through the double block. And it sort of handcuffed Kellen Larson. Larson, the freshman from Irvine, California, who's played exceptionally well here this season in his first year with the Beach, but a guy who is filling in for one of the great liberos that we have seen in college volleyball in Mason Briggs.
Yeah, he had big shoes to fill, but he's been terrific.
Briggs had an illustrious career, which ended last season as McCraven finds the floor. The battle of the setters here tonight is always intriguing. As we mentioned, these are sort of some unicorn-type setters by previous traditional standards. They're both very tall, very physical. Tread Rosenthal says that he's kept a side eye on Moni Nikolov throughout his career as Neusterer goes off a triple block and down. That's because Nikolov, who is known to do some mid-air acrobatics, he has a lot of clips, highlights that go viral on social media, and so he's become a bit of a sensation in that regard. And Tread Rosenthal, he says, yeah, I noticed that. I try to pick up on a few things. And you know that Tread himself gets a little bit more amped up when it's Moni Nikolov on the other side of the net.
He's a learner. He's the one who watches film, and Moni's or film clips are some of the things that Tread Rosenthal likes to watch. Who wouldn't want to like to watch his film clips?
Nikolov outside, and that's Kondev. Alex Kondev up to 5 kills. He hasn't gotten a whole ton of sets. That's just his 10th swing.
Kondev, another B-side player who just recently got in the starting lineup because of Sotiris Shipanis, is the one who got hurt.
Kondev hitting .476 on the year. That's second in the league. Here's Kearney. 2 blockers were up. And it goes off the hands and off of the stanchion. And so Hawaii up 2 here. These last 3 points are going to feel like perhaps more like 10 points.
And this is the game that the coaches play every day in practice. Let's play from 20 all and see who can win the game to 5.
Pass there by Varga. Middle set, and it is Pruitt. Just ripping it down.
How about that swing by Pruitt? He's only had 7 starts on the year.
Pass there by Rohr. D-set, Kearney, cross court. Good dig. Nikolov goes pin to pin on the set. It'll stay on the beach side. Nikolov with the swing. And a huge fist pump after the fact as Long Beach State ties it up at 22.
He knows how important that point was to go take a swing to tie this set. Look at the wrist-away shot he made. He had to contort to make that shot.
Largest lead for Hawaii was 4. It's a race to 3. And that serve goes just beyond the end line by Kondev. Hawaii within 2 here in the second. And it's Louis Sakonoko to serve.
Important for Louis to keep this one in. Pressure is on Long Beach State right now.
It's a good serve. What a pass there by Varga. He gets the set on the outside and softly touches it by the block, but misses the court wide.
And 8,000 or 9,000 stand as one.
Timeout, Alan Knight. When we come back, Aloha ball in set 2 for the Rainbow Warriors. Welcome back. Set point here, or as it's referred to around these parts, Aloha ball for the second for the Rainbow Warriors, playing on their home floor. As mentioned, the 5th time that Simplified Arena at Stan Sheriff Center has hosted this event. But as the 2 seed, the lower seed, and thus the visitor tonight, Hawaii had to come through the opposite tunnel than where they usually come through during the intros.
And look at the standing at the set point instead of match point.
Here's Sakanoko. Nikolov goes back row, and it is hit long. Was there a touch? No touch. Hawaii takes the second. And would you believe that in the final match of the Hawaiian Islands presents the 2025 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship, Hawaii would have a chance to crack open the broom closet. Welcome back. Here are the Pizza Hut match statistics. Hawaii hitting 540 for the match, 351 on the beach side, C-Mac.
Wow. 351 for the beach is 40 below their normal hitting percentage for the year, so they're a little bit under. But how about Hawaii's 540? That's about a couple of $100 more than Hawaii normally hits. What a night they're having. Look at those errors. Only 5 hitting errors out of 50 swings. That's impressive. Hawaii also out digging the beach. But look at the service aces. I'm a little bit nervous about if Skylar Varga or Moni Nikolov get hot, it could be trouble for Hawaii.
Well, welcome back once again inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center next to Chris McLaughlin. I'm Kanoa Leahy. And C-Mac, how do you think Hawaii got into this position? And what do you think Long Beach State can now do to try to turn the tide?
Well, Hawaii got in this position by playing almost flawless volleyball. They've been passing well, especially passing the tough servers like Varga and Nikolov. And they've been just committing fewer errors in general. And I think Charlie Wade is really happy about that. The service errors are down, the hitting errors are down, and you look at the hitting percentages, amazing. But how are they going to stop Nato Dickinson? That's the big question of the night. Long Beach State has got to get more people helping that guy out.
We were just informed that Long Beach State has received a yellow card for a delay of game as the team did not come out onto the court in quick enough fashion. And so that is certainly an inauspicious way to start this third set. A must-win third set, mind you, for Long Beach State.
Yeah, that's a little bit unusual. Of course, they have 23 guys. It's hard to get them all out of the locker room, maybe. Who knows? But I'll tell you this, Long Beach State will not push any panic buttons. They're just too good. They've been #1 all year long. I think that they got to believe that Hawaii is going to drop from that 540 hitting percentage a little bit.
Kondev to get things started, and he starts with an ace, and that was filthy. A tough angle, and Adrian Rohr was the closest Rainbow Warrior to it. Thought that it hit out, but it hit in, and that is a way to start for the beach here in the third.
That was a great serve.
Another tough serve. Hawaii way out of system, and they're going to have to send a free pass over the net. Nikolov goes outside. Oh, the set a little tight there. Pinballed around. Diving save by Choi off the net. Here's Kearney. That set was low, and he just plops it down with 2 hands.
What an awkward rally. Bodies flying everywhere. Everybody's out of system the whole time. And here's Kearney with a little bit of a Hilaire Heno shot.
Yes, at no point during that entire rally was anything in system.
That's right.
There were gremlins in the system there. One serving one. Nikolov got blocked there by Neusterer, and then he gets a swing that goes off of the chin, or at least the upper chest area of Eleu Choi, and down. Nikolov is pumped up as he now has 3 kills here in this match.
And it's time for Louis Sakanoko to do his towel thing.
That's right. He's wiping up the floor. And, you know, at this stage of a match, there's a lot more perspiration that needs to be wiped up from these jerseys than earlier in the night. And so, yeah, a little extra time being taken. 2 serving 1 here, and Darius McCraven to serve. Rosenthal goes back row. It's Louis. A wrist away with some thunder.
When I saw Louis last night, he said he wanted one thing better tonight, and that was attack better, both in the front row and the back row, like that last one. And he's kind of doing that so far.
Pass there by Kondev. He gets the set from the back row. Goes up the ladder and down the chute. And Long Beach State up a point here early on in the third.
High school boys, Batman and Robin right there. Nikolov to Kondev. 2 high school buddies.
Something in the water over there in Sofia, Bulgaria, that's for sure. Some great volleyball talent. And that is the first ace for Moni Nikolov in Hawaii this season. He went without an ace in the 2 matches during the regular season series. That one rattles the cage and finds the floor.
We did have 4 last night against Irvine.
True, against Hawaii should be specified. Good point there. Good correction there, C-Man. Make it back to back, and that was wicked.
How many does he have for the season now? He's up to...
Those were number 91 and 92. The NCAA single season record, the all eras mark, is 100. And that's 3 in a row. So Hawaii was able to keep him at bay in the ace category, and now he is unleashing. Timeout, Charlie Wade. Welcome back. 6-2 Long Beach State after 3 straight aces off the palm of Moni Nikolov. Kanoa Leahy along with Chris McLaughlin here courtside. Ryan Kalei-Suji is with us as well. Ryan, what's up?
Hey, Kanoa. Well, one of the reasons why Long Beach State was taking so long to get back on the court, Long Beach was trying to figure out how to start this set number 3. What they did is they actually flipped their lineup. Moni Nikolov now serving in Hawaii's rotation 2, which means Finn Kearney is at the net. Hawaii cannot go to a 4-man passing. Hawaii only has 3 passers available. This is the matchup that Long Beach State wanted for Moni's serve. Back over to you.
Shrewd move there by Alan Knipe. That's some experience right there.
Very shrewd.
And that is 4 aces in a row. 4 of a kind here for Moni Nikolov.
You know, I think Andy Reid might have phoned that one in tonight. Reid's on the mainland. He might have just phoned in that strategy. Say, oh, try flipping Moni around.
7 serving 2. And it wasn't until the net provided the resistance that Moni Nikolov and that hot streak came to a close. But what a run, exorcising some of, if you want to refer to them as the demons of being aceless against Hawaii so far this season.
Yeah. Rooster's got to keep this in.
3 serving 7. He did not. In fact,
after 4 aces in a row, when you finally get the side out, you've got to put the pressure back on the opponent. You can't go hitting your the backs of your own players, okay?
And his fellow middle at that, too, Justin Todd. Middles are supposed to be kinder to one another. Cross-court bump set. It's Kearney. 3 blockers waiting for him. Nikolov with a two-handed punch save. Drifts over the net. Hawaii couldn't get it down, but a free pass coming over. It's Rosenthal with the first touch, so Choi sets up Kearney. Blocked and roofed. 6 hands across for Long Beach State. Coming into this tournament as the second best blocking team in the land behind USC.
Look at those blockers all moved out in synchronization. 6 hands across, as you said. That was well formed. That's some good coaching.
And Pruitt in the middle of it. Overpass. One-hand save set there by Rosenthal, and it winds up a kill. And again, the length of these setters making those kinds of plays possible.
Absolutely. Look at Rosenthal at 6'11", goes up and keeps that ball from going over the net.
I mean, he literally intercepted it from Dickinson.
Exactly, and Nikolov does the same thing.
Choi gonna highball it out to Kearney. And he goes off the block and down on the Hawaii side. The roof is up, and it is Pruitt again. And how about the vision of Alan Knipe to go with this young middle in a championship match? And he is paying it off. Sakanoko, oh boy, hits it into the beach section.
And they're all saying, we're okay, we'll take that anytime. We're going to get a point from it.
Sure. Serving 4. Outside, Sakanoko. What a dig there by Varga. Now Kondev pushes it through the Hawaii block and down. And Long Beach State has been able to swing the momentum to its side of the net in a dramatic way here in this third frame. Here's Kearney. And he lit the fuse on that one.
I don't think he was happy at getting blocked twice in a row. He's a competitor. He's a proud guy.
Finn Kearney now into double figures, 10 kills for him. Hawaii, a steep hill to climb here in this third set. Long Beach State trying to ward off the sweep in this championship match. How about that one-handed set from Nikolov to Kondev? Are you for real?
You've got to be kidding me. That was uncanny. Athletic. Here's the bad pass. Here's the terrific set. Well, with the left hand, no less. His non-dominant hand. And Kondev delivers.
I don't think there are too many people on this planet that can pull that off. Here's Kearney. Good guardianship of the back line there by Varga. Now Dickinson is blocked and roofed. Justin Todd jumping up next to Roar. Just the second hitting error of the night for Nato Dickinson.
He's been pretty flawless all night long. I guess the Manoa Roofing Company is fully checked in.
4 blocks for Hawaii, 5 on the Long Beach side. Nikolov going backside. Dickinson this time tools the block. And he gets back to work. He's up to 15 kills. That's one off of his career high.
And we're only in the third set.
On that previous high of 16, that was put in last week when Long Beach State took on UCSD to close the regular season. Here's Rosenthal getting the set. If Nikolov can do it, Rosenthal, rest assured, feels like he can too.
Tread alert. Great set from Roar. That was a long set to go about 40 feet cross court.
And right now, Long Beach State has Hawaii doubled up, 7 serving 14. McCraven chooses violence shoots straight down to the floor.
Oh, man. And that pass was way off the net.
And what has helped to turn the tide here for the Beach, they have started to serve some bombs in this third frame. Here's Connor Bloom, the redshirt junior from Huntington Beach. Rosenthal backside, it's Rohr through the block. Block slowed it down though. Nikolov trying to dump shot, but Finn Kearney read it like a book.
That was a pretty alert play by Finn. Moni Nikolov has not been that offensive tonight, but when he has been, Hawaii's at least had people up there blocking.
On two knees, the pass there by Varga, and Nikolov decides to just do it himself. And a little extra stare down through the net. It is Hawaii and Long Beach State, which means that at some point there will be a raising of the temperature out there on the floor.
Here comes the rotation that Hawaii struggled in last time.
16 serving 8. And he tried to get surgical with it, and it winds up in the string. Here's Kai Taylor on the serve. Backside Varga had to just soft touch it over, so advantage Hawaii. It's Todd, wrist away and down. Hawaii gets to double figures here in set 3. Still trailing by a half dozen though, but that does incite some noise from the crowd.
Justin Todd's 6th kill without an error. He seems to be reading the block. Knows where to go. Wrist away, cut back.
Net slowed down that serve. Quick middle set, and it's Pruitt. And this guy has been a bit of a revelation here tonight since being placed into the match. Freshman from Happy Valley, Oregon. Played club for Ajax Volleyball Academy, one of the top boys clubs in that region. Played on the USA U19 national team in Guatemala, where he helped Team USA win gold. Made the roster for Worlds in Argentina as well. And he has risen to the occasion here in a championship situation.
So this is not his first rodeo.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't played a whole lot this year, but for Alan Knight to pull the trigger on putting this freshman in, and for him to perform in this way, it's pretty remarkable. All right, we have a convo here between Varga, Rosenthal, and the head referee.
I'm telling you what I think is happening. I think the discussion was about, hey, enough of the stare downs, enough of chatter, just play volleyball. That's my guess is what he said, what the R1 said.
Sergio Gonzalez, the R1. And Varga blasts it long.
Billy Hull made the dig in the corner. He not only writes articles, he can dig volleyballs.
He doesn't want to lose another laptop. He's already
that's true.
He's already had a couple of laptops that have been victimized by errant volleyballs as that serve goes long by Finn Kearney. So Long Beach flipping the script a little bit here in the third. They're hitting 400, Hawaii at 214. It seems to have started at the service line. What else is Long Beach doing well here in this third frame?
Well, you know, once they made that 4-point run, everything else just sort of fell into place. They're hitting.
Meanwhile, Dickinson put up some nectar there for the opposing setter, Trent Rosenthal.
They're hitting, they're passing. You know, they just became a well-oiled machine like we're used to seeing them be. Like right now, they're hitting 400 in this set. That's what they normally hit.
Yeah. They are #1 in the nation, and by a significant margin.
Yeah.
They came into this tournament hitting just under 400, 399. So we'll give them the 400. They've been at that level for a good portion of this season. Outside it is Kondev. And Ileu Choi going over the front row. And he appears to be okay. And thankfully, that happened to be the exact same 4 or 5 seats where nobody was sitting.
Yeah. Those in the same area where the two customers right there, I believe they're the Luxtons. and they're still happily married.
Outside, here's Roar. Blocked back the cover by Choi. Rosenthal couldn't get it down. Nikolov goes to McCraven. He's blocked the roof. Justin Todd getting the better of that exchange.
McCraven has not been blocked very much tonight. I think that's only the second time tonight he's been blocked. He's hitting 500 on the night. 6 kills, a couple errors. He's been so effective. What I've enjoyed watching most with McCraven is when the pass is off the net, and Nikolov's pulled off to like the 11 or 12 foot line, and he just fires it on a rope. And McCraven most of the time just buries it.
Skylar Varga now doing his best Louis Sakanoko impression, and he took the towel and made it a point to wipe some perspiration off of the terror flags.
He may make the all-Sakanoko towel team. Who knows?
There should be an all-tournament towel team.
Special awards after the tournament.
13 serving 19. Here's Kainoa Wade. It's a good serve. Great pass by Varga. D-set Dickinson. And he deposits it for his 16th kill. That matches a career high. I mean, he's hitting well over 600. He has just been absolutely dialed in from the get-go.
And the night is still young for him to shatter his all-time kill record.
Here's Kondev. And he hits it wide. But Hawaii hasn't really been able to make any kind of significant push here to make this third set interesting. See if Trent Rosenthal can put together a run. But you knew that Long Beach State was going to forge a response.
Oh, no question.
They are too good to go out like that.
No question.
And Rosenthal sends it out.
Hawaii's only scored 1 natural point in this set, according to our statistician over here.
Yeah, that's not going to win you too many sets against Long Beach.
No.
Well, that may have been an out ball played by Kearney.
Absolutely.
Gets the set on the left pin. That was what Charlie Wade has been envisioning more of. Finn Kearney, who started the season working with the left side hitters. And it wasn't really, with the exception of some spot duty here or there, until the Christian Tatriski injury that he was called upon to go back to what was prior to his arrival in Manoa, his natural position at Oppo.
And how about that one match where he played opposite, then left, and then back to opposite? Amazing. There's Tatriski right there. I tell you, he is best friends with Moni Nikolov. They talk all the time.
And you know it is just bumming him out. That this is now the 3rd time Hawaii and Long Beach State have been matched up, and he hasn't been able to be out there.
Overpass.
Sakanoko wins that joust. So 16 serving 21. Nikolov pulled off the net, but he puts up some guava jelly for Skylar Varga. That was a beaut.
Nikolov started at the net where he was the front row setter, runs all the way to the back row, falling backwards. He puts the money the ball on the money for Varga. That was a thing of beauty, wasn't it?
And now he is behind the line to serve. 4 service aces in this set for Moni Nikolov. That time Rohr handled it. Outside Sakonoko, big windup. Good save there, Varga. Dickinson tried to avoid the block and go high in hands. Instead, he hits it long, and Hawaii gets the point.
I'm surprised that Hawaii's cut it to 5. Looked like it was going to be a complete 10-point double-digit runaway.
These two teams facing off in the final match of the Big West Championship for the 4th time. Hawaii has won 2 of the previous 3 championship meetings, winning in 2019 and 2022. Long Beach State won this matchup in the inaugural year of this event in 2018. Nikolov going outside. Dickinson, the tap. And it's going to be a net violation against Long Beach State. And Hawaii within 4.
So I'll ask you, Kanoa, is this a precursor to the final? That was the NC2A in Columbus, Ohio.
Well, there has to be a reason why Dan Butterly is so inclined to get on a red eye after the Big West Softball Championship tournament to get to Columbus, because I think he's feeling pretty confident that there will at least be one Big West team playing in that final match. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe there's 2 of them. You're right. It's happened before. 18 serving 22. An ill-timed miss there for Nusterer from the Hawaii vantage point. And now Skylar Varga, who himself has recorded 2 aces. And he serves it out. So keeping the slim hopes alive here for Hawaii, and Finn Kearney back behind the service line. Nikolov with options, shoots it out to Kondev, and he is rejected. Trent Rosenthal jumping up next to Justin Todd saying, ole.
Wow, that was some kind of block.
Timeout, Long Beach State. Hawaii making set 3 a little more interesting. This is such a great venue to host this event. People turn out for it. Through the turnstile, 8,540. Tickets issued, 8,576. That's when you know. When the turnstile is that close to the tickets issued, that's when you know that this is a hot event.
Kano, I want to know what the 36 people who didn't show are doing right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Spam jam? There's Finn Kearney out of the timeout. Hawaii has fought within 3. Backside, Dickinson. Oh, he hovered on the flying carpet for a few extra nanoseconds and followed through with his now career-high 17th kill. And so the Long Beach State section gets an opportunity to stand up here. Set point in the 3rd. Aloha ball with the freshman middle. Pruitt serving it into the string.
How about the ace numbers so far? Not even close. Long Beach State 8, Hawaii 0. Says a lot about, I think, the passing Long Beach State has put up tonight. Their passes have been really good. 4 passes right now, not 3.
Sakonoko got to get it in. It remains set point here for Long Beach State. He does. It's an overpass. Nikolov kept it on the beach side. The swing by Rosenthal, and he hits it wide. Point Long Beach State, and they ward off the sweep. Trent Rosenthal arguing his point to the official. He felt like Nikolov reached over the net to keep it on the beach side. But that argument was to no avail. Take a look. What do you think here, C-Mac?
Really easy to see from our net cam. It should be able to tell. Oh, yeah. That is way over the net. I'm surprised that happened right in front of the R1. Not like him to miss a call.
Well, as expected, we got ourselves a match here in this Big West Championship final. Long Beach State asserts itself, showing every bit the part of a top-ranked team by taking that third set, 25-21. Set 4 on the other side. Welcome back. Time now for the Hawaii Honda Dealers Highlight Reel. And this Long Beach State team has set a new program single-season record for aces. They've got 8 of them in tonight's match alone through 3 sets. And a huge reason, with 4 straight issued by Moni Nikolov, that the Beach turned the tide in that third frame.
He was really on fire. I would say he was probably serving between 75 and 80 miles an hour. And Hawaii was stuck in a rotation where they could only have 3 passers instead of 4. My guess is that both coaches are going to be flipping their lineups around and hoping, and Alan Knight's hoping he can get the same rotation as the last set. We'll see once we see where Nikolov is going to be starting. He's starting in rotation 4, it looks like.
A little bit of that coaching chess match. Alan Knipe, he has done this for a long time at the highest of levels. And that was a shrewd move to change up the rotation for Long Beach State, forcing Hawaii to have to pass 3 against Moni Nikolov, and that's a tall order for anybody. Outside, Kondev off the hands of the Hawaii resistance and down. Long Beach State strikes first here in set number 4. Alex Kondev now into double figures with 10 kills.
And what a pass by Skylar Varga. Turning normally one of Hawaii's biggest point scorers back there. It has a 1-serve turn.
Meanwhile, Kondev misses wide. Yeah, Skylar Varga kind of doing a little bit of the Louis Sakanoko thing we saw last night, where he hasn't had the best offensive match. He is at the moment flatlining it with triple zeros, but he's done a little bit of everything. In serve receive, he has been nails. He also has 4 digs, a couple of aces, gotten a lot of touches.
Yeah.
Sakanoko. Heck of an effort there by Larson just to keep that one up. And then there is Varga, right on cue, getting the touch.
So you think he heard you saying he was flatlining it? He must be hitting positive numbers, so
yes.
Okay, Kanoa, watch this.
That's right. No, I think that was his motivation for sure, right there. And McCraven a little too soft with it. Long Beach State has won this event twice, 2018 and last year. They have won 4 straight outright or shared Big West Conference regular season titles. And trying to fight their way back even in this match. D-set Dickinson just keeps on rolling. 18 kills now. Fear the mustache, huh?
Yeah. A great set from Nikolov, giving Dickinson a 1-on-1 advantage hitter all the time.
Here's Nikolov. Pass by Sakanoko is a great one. Roar with a big swing.
Here's an interesting stat, Kanoa. Adrian Roar, their leading attacker last night, only got 2 sets in the third set. My guess is that Tread Rosenthal's got some instructions to feed Roar more.
Well, he joins the double-figure club here with 10 kills tonight. He hasn't committed an error yet either. 3 serving 3. It is Rosenthal. Nikolov backside. Varga just simply placed it into the dead spot of that block.
That block is too much drifting and hands off the net. Not a well-formed block at all, and Varga made them pay.
And then he gives it right back.
Varga's fourth service error on the night to go along with 2 aces.
Hawaii, meanwhile, has won this event 3 times, 2019, and then back-to-back in 2022 and 23, as Adrian Rohr rips an ace. And the first lead of this 4th frame for Hawaii. An interesting note, 2 of those previous 3 times that Hawaii has won this Big West Tournament Championship, they were the 2 seed in 2019 and 2022. 5 serving 4. And that one goes out.
Charlie Wade specifically had some talks with Rohr this weekend in practice, saying, you know what? I want longer service turns.
2-hand pass there on the Pruitt serve by Choi. Quick middle, Nusterer is dug up. Nikolov goes outside. Kondev makes it work. It wasn't the perfect placement. This freshman hitter, Alex Kondev, still found a way. Rosenthal goes middle, Nusterer this time rattles it off the hands and down.
2 blockers up, and Kurt still finds a way to find the floor.
He's up to 6 kills, 1 error. Just steady Eddie right now in the middle for Hawaii.
The chess master getting it done. I think he's playing with a little more sense of urgency, as you said earlier tonight, knowing this is his last match in this amazing building.
And here he is now to serve. Another nails pass there by Varga. Joust above the tape. It stays on the Hawaii side. Here's Kearney. Blocked. The cover by Rohr. Bumps at Rosenthal off the mark. And it's a point for Long Beach.
It may turn out to be which team is going to scramble the most in broken plays, keep the ball alive, and keep it in.
Here's Nato Dickinson. Flipping it back is Rosenthal. Kearney. That was heavy-handed, but the up by Nikolov. Here's Kondev. Tips it over the block. Diving save. Sakonoko. Kondev gets blocked. The cover by Nikolov. He'll get the swing on the right side. And Hawaii will play it back. Backside. Kearney blocked and roped. Kondev saying,
What a beautiful block by Alex Kondev. The freshman goes up and gets his left paw on that ball and just turns it right back into the court.
8 serving 6. Beach by 2. What a pass by Sakonoko. That was a blazing serve by Dickinson. Nikolov again on the swing. And we've said it before. This guy, if he were to line up as an oppo, would probably be an all-American level opposite hitter tomorrow.
How about left side?
Wherever.
How about middle?
I would probably think so.
Okay, how about libero?
Give him the jersey. Give him the libero shirt. I don't think there's too much that guy can't do on a volleyball court. He has 5 kills, by the way.
I'll tell you a problem with putting in libero. Can't serve.
9 serving 6. Another BB there from Dickinson. Here's Kearney. 3 blockers waiting for him, and they eclipse the sun. This Long Beach State block looming large, and they've scored 4 in a row. Charlie Wade signaling for a timeout. Well, it was Hawaii playing inspired volleyball through 2 sets, but the beach has quieted the noise. Back, the Long Beach block. It has been pronounced all season. And while Hawaii has put up some decent blocking numbers tonight as well, the beach putting up a wall here in this 4th frame, trying to even this match up at 2 sets apiece, leading by 4 in the 4th.
I told you their offense would get better, too. Guess what? They're hitting 600 this set. Hawaii hitting 0-0-0.
And Dickinson continuing to apply pressure from the service line. Sakonoko gets blocked. It's pinballed around, and it is pounded down by Kondev. And Hawaii is completely out of kilter Well, Long Beach State is grabbing a firm grip already here on this fourth frame. Diving past Choi. Rosenthal goes tumbling into the table across the way, and they're going to give the point to Hawaii. They're going to say it was last touched by Nikolov.
Well, Nikolov is going to protest that.
He was surprised. I think a lot of the players on the beach side were shocked when the announcement was made.
He can't talk to the referee,
No,
though.
he cannot. Skylar Varga is the floor captain.
The only guy, yeah.
Crowd getting a bit impatient here. And okay, so the correct call was made. Rosenthal, because he made contact with the ball as a back row player, is called for the violation, back row attacker.
Yeah.
It seemed peculiar, but after the conversation, Skylar Varga and the R1, Sergio Gonzalez, things were cleared up there. The serve, though, meanwhile, goes long. And it is Finn Kearney now behind the line for Hawaii. Great service run for Nato Dickinson. He has been special here this evening, Nato Dickinson.
He really has. He really has. And the Long Beach State passers have been special as well. No aces on them tonight at all.
Back row, Varga gets it home. Well, Charlie Wade thinks it may have been out. So do the Rainbow Warriors on the floor, and we're going to have a challenge here. He grabs the Koa challenge paddle. I think it was the crowd as much as the players on the court who urged Charlie Wade to challenge this. See if we can tell here from our camera
See if there's any blur. Any blur. Okay, any blur?
Oh, there's a lot of blur. Well, that blurry ball looks like it might be touching the blurry line. It's kind of looking like a Jackson Pollock painting here at the moment, but your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. I think it caught part of that white line.
Meanwhile, the crowd reacting to the dot race occurring on the big screen overhead.
The referees can barely hear each other. They're yelling at each other at the table, and they're only 3 feet apart.
And the call is overturned. So Charlie Wade wins the challenge. And it's a 4-point differential here on the scoreboard. Long Beach State leading by 4, hitting .538 here in this fourth set. Hawaii still triple zeros, and McCraven with a tomahawk.
Craven picks up kill number 7. Is that a career high for him?
That ties his season high. He's reached that number twice this year. Career high is 9. That came against Grand Canyon a season ago. Bainev. Back set goes to Kearney. 3 blockers up, and he's able to avoid the block. Great play there by Varga, but they're going to say that he saved it out of play. So he has to keep it outside of the antenna in order for the Beach to be able to return it inside the sticks. But they said that save actually went inside the pin. Good effort, though. 9 serving 13. Louis Sakanoko to do the honors. Wow, that was filthy.
Maybe Louis' best serve all year long. He struggled with this serve, and that one was his best. Nasty, tailing away. What kind of baseball pitch is that? It was like a screwball with tails away like that?
I think it's a swing and a miss, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And remember, Hawaii was aceless coming into this set. That's now 2 aces here in the fourth for the Rainbow Warriors. And Long Beach State taking some time to wipe the perspiration off of the floor.
Where are the actual floor wipers is an interesting question.
Well, I don't think there are any.
They're playing the game. I guess that's what it is. Sakonoko loops it over this time. Nikolov goes D-set. Dickinson touches it deep. Right there is Choi. Back row, Sakonoko blows it up. Hawaii within 2. That's 3 straight points for the Rainbow Warriors, who trailed by as many as 6. Timeout, Long Beach State. This crowd has once again awakened. They're fighting back after trailing by as many as 6, within 2 coming out of this timeout. Let's send it over to Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan.
Hey, thanks, Kunal. Well, we got a little bit of a towel gate going on here. Earlier in the match, Moni Nikolov in sets 1 and 2 has been complaining that Hawaii is wiping the floor way too much. On that last service ace by Sakonoko, he was complaining that actually Moni, after that service ace by Sakonoko, Nikolov went to wipe the floor with a player not hitting the ground, and so Charlie Wade was upset that Moni was doing exactly what Hawaii was doing. It's a game within a game here. It's Hawaii Long Beach. Back over to you.
Towergate, I love it.
Towergate, yes. The gamesmanship. How about that serve? Louis Sakonoko, that was très magnifique. Four straight points for Hawaii. The separation is 1.
Four passers for Long Beach State again. And a loud crowd.
Another great serve. What a pass, though, by Larson. Outside, Varga dug up. Hawaii with a chance here. Outside, War. Off the hands and out. And we're tied at 13.
Great set from Rosenthal to the outside. Bit of a split block there by Long Beach State. Roar just abuses that block.
The set was a little far out, and War still able to make it work. 5 straight points for Hawaii. Sakonoko taking something off that time. Nikolov, backside, Dickinson. And they're going to say it went long.
Might be a challenge here from Alan Knight.
Yeah, it looks like it. Line judge called it out. Alan Knight going to challenge the in-out call. Nato Dickinson was incredulous after this one was ruled long. And that's certainly, from that angle, looks like it may have flipped at least a piece of that end line. But again, there are static cameras with the DV Sports system in operation here in this arena that might tell a clearer story, quite literally. Sid Church there next to Bill Powers running the replay challenge system. And so we are going to get the determination here from Tony Chan. It's a wild scene here in Manoa. And the call is overturned. Ruled in there, and another kill for Nato Dickinson as he attempts to restore order. But it was a lengthy run for Louis Sakonoko behind the service line, which included a pair of aces.
And the lead changes from Hawaii being up 14-13 and now Long Beach State being up 14-13.
And Connor Bloom in his 4th year with the program. Back to serve. Oh, it is getting deafening inside this building. And Justin Todd makes him rise up again.
A young man from Texas who can touch 12 feet. gets up again. Hawaii's middles holding, more than holding their own tonight.
Yeah, how about the two middles? 13 kills and 1 error between them.
How about the middles for Long Beach State? Only 2 errors there as well.
Served by Kai Taylor. Dickinson. My goodness.
Wow.
He went nuclear on that contact. And because there was a previous timeout, Long Beach gets to 15. No media timeout here at this stage. And so we will play on with Moni Nikolov behind the line.
Right now is 4 passers, not 3.
And that looked like a foot fault. It was! It is difficult to even hear the whistle.
By the time he hit the ball, this arena was deafening.
15 all, set 4 in the Big West Championship. Nikolov gonna shoot it out to Dickinson. He's blocked. And then it is sent out. And Moni Nikolov again running over to talk with the R1 Sergio Gonzalez, who has to remind him, you are not the floor captain. Skylar Varga is.
Could be another yellow card coming up.
That's a couple of times he's had to sort of ward off Moni Nikolov's arguments. Outside, Dickinson, oh, it drifts over the net! And Kearney puts it down.
Long Beach State has 1 timeout left. We'll see if they use it early here or going to save it for later.
And a rare location error there for Moni Nikolov. That was a fairly egregious miss on the set.
Initial goals, down, low service football. Long Beach State is challenging football public service.
Okay, so this is a challenge from Long Beach State. I think, are they challenging that there was a foot fault on the Hawaii server?
I think so. I think Alan Knight might have been using that challenge as a timeout.
Yeah.
After review,
Yeah, that was a very quick review and quick confirmation. It's Hawaii by 2 here in the 4th. Rainbow Warriors trail by as many as 6 here in this 4th frame. Rosenthal to serve. Nikolov goes backside. Varga dug up by Rosenthal. So Sakanoko goes to Kearney. Off the high hands. Diving save by Kondev. That was well done. Varga is blocked. And it trickles down on the Hawaii side of the tape. 7 kills now for Skylar Varga.
Look at Alex Kondev run this ball down, keep it alive, keep the rally going, and eventually Long Beach State wins it.
Rosenthal gonna go outside to Kearney. And he pounds it down. Hawaii back up by 2.
See if Adrian Rohr brings the heat here or does an off-speed shot.
A little bit of tempo there. Backside, Dickinson. Another atomic blast there by Nato Dickinson. He is looking all world here. Easily a career night for Dickinson.
Yeah, only 1 blocker out. Nikolov did a nice job of juking the middle blocker for Hawaii and giving a 1 blocker situation for Dickinson. But, you know, it doesn't make a difference. He hits well against 2 or 3 blockers. Doesn't matter.
And that one is saved onto the Hawaii side by Rosenthal, so that prevents the ace, and then McCraven inexplicably pushes it into the string. And so now Long Beach is going to argue the save, but it appears as though the head referee, Sergio Gonzalez, is convinced that it was a legal save by Rosenthal.
And that ball was right near Sergio. It was right next to him, so I think it was his call to make. Looks like there's going to be a challenge.
So check this out, Rosenthal. Now you can do this as long as he returns it outside of the pin. And it appeared as though that was the case.
Yep.
This ball was legally returned by the Rainbow Warriors. Long Beach State is jamming the ball.
And then this pass over the net, as long as it's between the antennas, which it appears to be there.
Exactly. Free ball for Long Beach State, and they don't convert. That had to be frustrating for them because it was basically an open court.
I mean, you look at it in slow motion and you realize that is just from an effort standpoint, one heck of a play there by the 6'11" setter, Tread Rosenthal.
Yeah, it really was. You see Alan Knight exhorting his team. You know, he's won this NCAA championship as a player. He's won it as a coach. He's been National Coach of the Year. He's been Big West Coach of the Year. He's been MPS Coach of the Year. So he kind of knows what he's talking about when he makes challenges like that, probably. And they're taking a long time to figure this one out.
Well, tomorrow's Selection Sunday, and we will find out via NCAA.com at 10 a.m. Hawaii time, 1 p.m. on the West Coast, what the seedings and the selections are going to look like for the NCAA tournament. And it will be an upheld call. Rosenthal with the save.
You think the crowd liked it?
And Long Beach State now out of challenges. But it will be interesting to see what happens here. If Hawaii is able to win tonight, what will that seeding look like in the NCAA bracket tomorrow? And how many Big West teams will be in there? But that is a conversation for later. A whole lot of volleyball left.
Great pass by
Nikolov goes middle, and McCraven off of the hands of Justin Todd and down.
Kellen Larson with an absolutely magnificent pass that time.
And it's been this guy's night. Made sure he got it in. Rosenthal backside. Kearney, the block was late, but he missed wide. Oh, he had a golden opportunity. The block was late in getting there. And Charlie Wade going to challenge the call here.
I think he has 3 challenges. I think Alan Knipe has none. He's asking for I think a touch call on the block.
Yeah, that is the challenge. Let's see if we can see a touch. Again, Kondev late in getting out there. And I don't see it.
No.
Again, each team will be given an extra challenge if this goes to a 5th. But at this point in time, Long Beach State out of challenges.
It could come to play, like last night with David Niffen. He ran out of challenges and timeouts last night.
Yeah. Well, it's regardless of the outcome here tonight, it has once again just been a monumental success of a championship event. The Hawaiian Islands presents the 2025 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. I mean, this is the best tournament in the land.
How about the 2-5 setters to start this thing off on Thursday?
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. We got out of here at like 11 o'clock at night. It started at 4:30.
There's Elir Heno, some of the rest of the UC Irvine Anteater squad.
What a magnificent career Heno had. Amazing. Or maybe we'll still be having.
So the call confirmed. The failed challenge there by Charlie Wade, and we are tied at 19. Long Beach trying to push it to a 5th. Hawaii trying to claim the hardware. 21 kills tonight for Nato Dickinson. And another great serve. Rosenthal outside, Sakanoko!
Did he choose violence there?
Oh, he released the Kraken.
Oh, man. What a difference a day makes for Louis Sakanoko, who had negative last night, but tonight he's bringing it all.
8 kills, hitting .353. 20 serving 19. It's Kearney. Nikolov pulled off the net. High ball, Kondev. The block slowed him down. Rosenthal out to Sakanoko. Couldn't put everything on it, though. Kondev, though, bumps it. Here's Nikolov, the swing, and he blasts it off the block and out.
Hawaii had their chance there to score a natural point. For some reason, Louis Sakanoko felt like an off-speed shot would score. It didn't. Long Beach State dug it. And guess who terminates, as usual?
As well as anybody.
Moni Nikolov.
And we are knotted up for the 11th time here in set 4. It is a race to 5, C-Mac.
Yep. This is the practice game they do in the gym every day across America.
And Kondev into the net. And here is Louis Sakanoko, who helped turn the tide, change the vibe of this 4th frame in an earlier service run. A good serve there. Nikolov, and a little joust above the tape. Here's Rohr, going to be dug up there by Dickinson. Nikolov sets up Varga. It's a little low. He's blocked back. Dickinson the cover. Nikolov goes back to Dickinson. Into the string. Hawaii up 2.
A rare error from Nato Dickinson. That set not quite where he wanted it to be. Alan Knipe is going to use up his last timeout.
Just the 5th hitting error of the evening for Nato Dickinson, who has 21 kills, hitting .485 to go along with 7 digs and 2 blocks. He has been otherworldly here this evening. But you're right, with that timeout by Alan Knipe, Long Beach State here for the rest of this 4th frame. No timeouts, no challenges.
We'll see if that can make a difference on any kind of close call that Alan Knipe might be able to use it. Also, you know, when you're out of challenges, you can't use it for a timeout either now. So he's run out of timeouts, but if you have more challenges left, sometimes you'll use a challenge just to slow down the other team, even though it really wasn't any kind of a realistic challenge.
Hawaii hitting .300 here in set 4. Long Beach State hitting .367. The Rainbow Warriors, behind some tough serving by Louis Sakanoko, have been able to come from down 6 to now up by 2 late stage of set 4. Let's check in with Ryan. What's up?
Hey, thanks, Winnow. Well, during this last timeout, the Hawaii coaches spent majority of the timeout talking to Justin Todd, the freshman middle blocker, about what his assignment is coming out of this timeout, recognizing that McCraven is still in the front row. They are trying to give the freshman middle blocker Todd as much information as possible, recognizing that if it is a good pass, Long Beach likely to run the middle attack, but making sure that he is able to catch up to the pins, because Long Beach State also wants to run their outsides as well. So a lot of pressure here, the Hawaii coaching staff putting on Justin Todd in this critical moment. Back over to you.
I would also worry about the offensiveness of Moni Nikolov right now. He's in the front row as well. Any kind of close pass to the net, he'll dump it down or he'll hit it.
And so here is Sakanoko out of the timeout.
Was an out ball, but it just arrived so quickly that Varga couldn't get out of the way. And Varga's a really good passer.
3 straight points for Hawaii. 23 serving 20. Another ace.
Down 6 to up 4? Are you kidding me?
The Gov is loving it. Josh Green in the house. Louis Sakonoko has 4 service aces in this set. And it is Aloha Ball for the championship.
8,500 people stand as one.
And he serves it long. He went for that deep corner. He wanted it. But it remains Aloha Ball.
They'll have 3 more chances to close this match out. They're siding out at a pretty good percentage right now, 65%.
And it's the Honolulu native, Darius McCraven to serve. Floats it over. Rosenthal, middle set, Todd blocked. Choi gonna have to keep it alive. Sets it out to Roar, his swing. Pinballed around. Varga able to get it down on the Hawaii side, and Long Beach State is not done yet.
Well, he had a pretty good pass there. Had a chance to run a quick offense, but the connection between Rosenthal and Justin Todd, not what it was earlier tonight.
Third match point here for the Rainbow Warriors. Over 8,000, with the exception of maybe about 40 Long Beach State fans on their feet. Pass by Roar. Over on 2 goes Rosenthal. And this one is over. Hawaii sits atop the Big West Conference throne. And it is on to Columbus for the Rainbow Warriors, who have locked up the Big West automatic berth into the NCAA Championship Tournament.
What a way to finish a season in the Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center with a match like this. It had drama. It had great play. It had challenges. It had amazing setters like Money Nikolov. And what a serving display put on by Louis Sakonoko in that 4th set.
It could be the biggest rivalry in all of college volleyball. Hawaii and Long Beach State, and once again, another terrific and thrilling chapter is written. And in this particular instance, Hawaii victorious in 4. Long Beach State has lost 3 matches all season. 2 of them have come to this Hawaii team in this arena.
How about these fans? They're not even leaving. They're savoring the victory. Very few people are headed for the aisles. There's 8,500 people in the stands. Unbelievable.
The trophy ceremony is coming up here shortly. We're going to try to corral Charlie Wade for an interview. We will be revealing our players of the match here momentarily, but let's see who gets the honors on the big bracket board to put Hawaii's name there on the champion line. Will it be Kurt Neuster?
The chess master.
It will be. And there it is. Big West champions for the 4th time. And this Long Beach State team, you would have to think, coming into this tournament, had already put themselves in a position to get at least an at-large into the NCAA tournament. And so they will live to play another day, and they will still be as much of a threat to win a national championship as they were when this week started.
Absolutely.
Scott Robbs is with the winning head coach, Charlie Wade.
Coach, congratulations. Heck of a match. Big West champions once again.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You know, we were really good in serve receive early, which allowed the offense to really click, really efficient. Second set, I think we only had the one service error, you know, something we prided ourselves on. Got a little loose there in the third, but the fourth set was really entertaining, quite a battle, and proud of the guys for showing up and playing a big match tonight.
You guys always pride yourself on being one of the best, if not the best, serving teams in the country, but through the first 3 sets, you didn't record a single ace. In that fourth set, though, I thought Luis Sakanoko put you guys on his shoulders and helped you.
Yeah, look, and we don't value the ace like everybody else. You know, we're not chasing the aces. It's about the number of turns. You know, we were serving at 90%. Through 2 sets, like 88.9 or something, only the one error in the second set. So for us, it's about the overall efficiency. Louis had a nice turn there at the end, though, to kind of blow it open.
Okay, so you said to us the goal all along was to get to the championship, win it, leave it out of the hands of the committee. You have done that now. 100%. But you can make a real case for being the #1 seed as well. You beat Long Beach State twice. They have 3 losses.
Yeah, look, I mean, one of us are going to be the 1, and the other one's the 2, and we're the other side of the bracket. And, you know, to me at that point, it don't matter. We was more about winning the championship here, and committee's got a tough job every year. They're going to do what they're going to do, but we're Big West champions.
We've been in this arena for big matches a lot. This place gets loud. I don't know if it's ever been louder than tonight.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking, you know, they did it again. The crowd carried us through here again. This is the most unbelievable place to spectate volleyball and be a part of, and I couldn't be happier and more appreciative than having a crowd like this to show up and really help us get this victory.
Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Kanoa.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Let's take a look. Fred Rosenthal gets the nod, 42 assists, 5 kills, including that match-clinching and championship-winning dump shot to close it. 4 blocks, 3 digs. Nato Dickinson, career-high 21 kills. He was just phenomenal. 485, 2 blocks, 7 digs, and an assist. All right, for the trophy presentation, let's send it over to PA announcer Ben Kia-Aina.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the award ceremony for the Hawaiian Islands presents the 2025 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. First, the Big West congratulates our 2025 Big West Men's Volleyball Championship runners-up, Long Beach State, finishing the season with a record of 27-3. At this time, please direct your attention to the court, where Big West Commissioner Dan Butterly, Outrigger Resorts and Hotels Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer Sean Dean, and UH Acting Athletics Director Lois Mannon will present our awards. First, we honor the 2025 Big West Men's Volleyball Championship Most Valuable Player. From Hawaii, Adrian Ward. I know they have already done it, but the presentation of 2025 Big West Men's Volleyball Championship Trophy. Coach Charlie Wade, please come up and accept the championship trophy on behalf of your team.
There it is, the trophy presentation, the banner. This crowd, I'd say at least about 85% of the fans have stayed just to watch this celebration.
It's on the big screen, and they're all cheering for the team picture. They got the hats, they got the shirts, all the bling going on.
And it has just once again been another memorable night here in this building Is there a better place on earth that celebrates the game of men's volleyball?
I think the NCAA Championships needs to come here sooner rather than later. What do you think?
You'd have a lot of people in agreement with you there.